Hello and welcome everybody. In this particular section, I'll be showing you how you can go about automate your Twitter and create for yourself a way to publicize your Unity game on it. So here is a few suggestions that I'm going to go into, and those are definitely the suggestions you should do as well, because it's definitely going to put yourself to the next level and get a lot more publicity for your Unity game. First off, when you go to Twitter itself, press on edit your profile. When you're going to be editing the profile, the first thing, and this is the most important thing, is change your heading picture. The heading picture is the most important picture out there, because when somebody comes to your profile, they're going to see this humongous picture and they're going to take a look at it. So the best thing to do here, one, you can just get one picture showing a screenshot of the game, or you can get a bunch of small pictures of the game itself, like a cartoon. So one picture, two pictures, three pictures. That would be kind of cool as well. You can of course get somebody else to come in and graphically design it for you and to make it even more fancy looking. So that's actually the third option. So two of the first two ways are for you to do this yourself. Last way is to get somebody else to actually do it for you on Fiverr. Then you can go about and change your profile photo. The profile photo itself is a picture usually of you, or something has to do with the things that you actually create. So if you created a game and you have a small logo of it, you can put it right there. Or you can put a picture of you there because you're the one who created this game. So there is many different ways that you can make this graphically appealing to whoever is actually watching it. The next step for you when you create your Twitter profile is to either put your name here or to put the name of the game that you're going to be going and promoting as well. After you do this, next thing that you're doing, and this is the simple thing, is to put in the description of what your game is all about. You're only given a very limited and small space that you can actually do this, so use each and every one of those characters wisely. After you put in a description of what you're actually doing or what kind of game that you're selling, right under it, make sure you have a small room there to put the name of your website, because that is the best place for you to do it. There's actually two different locations you could do this. One, I like to put the name of my website that says something about me section of Twitter. The second location is all the way where it actually allows you to put your website in it. So this way I have two different websites that are showing up. One website that goes to your Udemy account, another one that goes to your own website, or you can just of course use just the one that is meant for just creating the website. After you do this, the next step for you, because if you're done with the Twitter profile, is of course to pin the tweet. So what I suggest to you for you to do next is to go write down your message in the smallest amount of characters, and you're only allowed 140 characters, and in it make sure you use the hashtag symbol. What it's going to do is it's going to pay attention every single time somebody is going to look up that hashtag, they're going to find you in it. So I suggest you put in a hashtag of your game there, or even something else that has something to do with the game. So you have to do a little research to find which is the best hashtag to actually use here. Now keep in mind there is only 140 characters for every single tweet. When you create a tweet, if you add a picture to it, which you actually should, it's not going to let you use every single one of those characters. So you have to conserve as much space as possible to get your message across in the least possible amount of words, because you have only 140 different characters. Now keep in mind every single tweet has a lifespan of about 15 seconds, which means you have to tweet often and many times. So if you want to do this often and many times, get an automating software such as Hootsuite, which allows you to automate your tweets a few times a day during a specific time of the day as well. Now, when you're going to be putting a link in your Twitter itself, and you're going to pin it to the top. As you can see, I'm pressing right there, and all the way here there's all kinds of options for you, and one of them is I can actually unpin this from my profile page, or of course you can go about and pin any kind of tweet, like for example this one right here, and all you have to do is pin to your profile page. So you can pin any kind of tweet you actually created exactly to your profile page, and that is the way that you get a lot more attention. Now, since as you can see here, I'm using something called URL shortener. What it does, it makes you shorten any kind of link. You don't want to have a humongous link because it takes away the characters that you could use to advertise yourself. So what I'm going to be doing is simply to copy and paste the game location, whatever location that you want somebody to go to. Then you go to the Google URL shortener and you type in the full address of your character. After you type it all in, you press on shorten URL, and it gives you something that looks like this. It is a very short amount of characters, and it gets you to its destination. In fact, the Google URL shortener even keeps track of how many people actually pressed on each and every one of my specific URL shortener. So it actually tells you which one is an effective tweet that I have been using and which one was not. So keep that in mind as well. Next thing you need to know about Twitter is very simple. Let's go down all the way here. Every single day there is different things that are trending on Twitter itself. So every single day what you have to do is when you're tweeting something on Twitter, make sure you're tweeting something along with something that is trending. So take a look at the things that are trending today. There is Grammys, there is advice for my pets, Sound Live, Feels Live, Opposite, a TV show. There's all kinds of interesting things here that are tweeting, and they are trending too. So your job is to take some of those trending stuff and adding them up to whatever tweet that you'll be using, and then adding a nice picture to it as well. So you're kind of tricking somebody who is pressing on Grammys, and if your tweet gets viral, it definitely is going to be showing up over there. Now, your chances of you getting all the way to the top when there is 7.1 million tweets is pretty slim here. So you want to find the trending stuff that doesn't have that many people who are tweeting about. So, for example, Travel Tuesday. This one has only 1,002 tweets. It is trending, but it's not trending so much that you have very little possible chances of actually getting to the front page. Now, on the other hand, let's say something interesting happened. There's a humongous snowstorm, for example. If something like that happens and you get a few very nice pictures of it, and you put in a trending thing that actually happened outside, and it has to do with something that is trending as well on Twitter, then definitely you have a very nice picture, you have an item that's trending, and all you have to do next is a link to whatever item you're selling. So now you're putting your content, and then you're putting the commercial to it as well. So it's kind of a tricky way to get yourself noticed on Twitter in a way that is pretty much clever.